Hey everybody, thanks for coming. Welcome back to the Affairs of Wizards. We're going to jump right into things after we introduce ourselves. I'm Stephen Merlino, DM for this campaign, and this is a work that I'm going to publish on the DM's Guild and on Drive Through RPG. Um, Having a lot of fun with it, just doing formatting, putting in some of the art that I have already, and eventually there will be a Kickstarter because the art is expensive, but it's worth it. And it should be expensive because, real artists are doing it rather than AI. Um, and it therefore has a soul. And it's pretty cool because the artist has a very distinctive style. And I think you'll agree when you see it. So that's me. I will kick it over to uh, Garwar, who plays Ben.
Oh, going to me right away. Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm Garwar. I'm a content creator and streamer. You can find me at Twitch TV/Garwar, spelled like it sounds. I stream a lot of Idle Champions and make content for Idle Champions, which is one of our sponsors. You can get a code in chat for Idle Champions. You take that code, you throw it in the game, you get an Electrum chest, which is good because right now today was the beginning of Founders Day, a 3-week long event in Idle Champions where you can grab some new champions and get gear for them. It's a good time to start. So if you haven't started playing Idle Champions, start now. And if you have before, get in there and get your free stuff.
May I
Next.
just make a confession?
Sure.
I have not I have not. I did download it. I looked at it and I went, "Oh my God, so much stuff." I thought it was going to be just like, "Okay, I'm going to need to talk to Garwar later," and Garwar
There's
can
a lot.
hold my
There's a lot
hand.
going on in the game. Yeah.
Okay, and then start it. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to talk, like get on the private Zoom, and you can hold my hand.
I've got guides for that, though, Stephen.
Oh,
I've written over 170 guides that are over on the Idle Champions subreddits, including one
okay,
called a
because
new player reference. You
uh,
can literally just go read it and it walks you through everything.
all right, then just
Or you can talk to me. But
I prefer talking to people. It's more fun. All right, sorry, I interrupted. Go on.
we're going to Gwen next.
Hello, everybody. Just RPG enthusiast extraordinaire. Some great stuff on the horizon. Really excited for new D&D coming out. But yeah, my name is Gwendolyn, and I'm playing Aggie. If you ever want to talk shop, find me on Instagram at Camilla Coven, because boy, oh boy, I do love those good old RPGs and the little gold crunchy mechanics, you know? I think my biggest obsession right now is the exploding dice in like what is it, kids on brooms and kids on bikes and what is it, teenagers in space. I just can't get enough of that. um yeah, Michelle, do you want to take it?
Oh, sure. I am Michelle with PhoenixDice.com, where you can find all of your dice and other adventuring needs. I'm actually so excited because we've just hit our 5th anniversary milestone, and there's one hell of a giveaway over on Instagram. So if you guys pop over there, it's a collaborative giveaway. So we've got 5 different prizes from 5 different vendors, including PC art. We have DM tools, homebrew coffee, dice, of course, and a stream spot. Not here, not somewhere else, but still cool. But yeah, head over to IG and you can follow us on any other social as well. Thank you. And my sis, Jen.
Hello. My name is Jen. I go by Savage Bear on the internet. Tonight I will be playing Kiry and Tailsinger, who's now officially a Circle of Spores Druid. Yeah, but always forever Circle of Anxiety. Like I said, I can be found on the internet and as Savage Sparrow in one form or another. SavageSparrow.com is my super amazing website for nerdy apparel and accessories if you want to level up that look at the table. And patreon.com/Savage Sparrow if you want to check out my artwork and like learn about how my brain works. It's always very fun. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's everybody, right?
That's us. We have, as usual, as a ghost presence, Yang Yang Wang, who is running the technical stuff behind the scenes. So very grateful for that. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to where we were last week. Last week, yes. Where, and I'm gonna let the characters I'm gonna let some of the recap come out in the character play because we're gonna slow things down a little bit. Let a lot has happened in the course of one game day, like one game day in the course of these people met each other and have had a lot of sort of traumatic engagement in one day. So that's right, isn't it? You haven't slept yet. You tried to sleep.
We really did. We gave it a good
Yeah.
try.
Only something could have
Not for a lack
stopped
of
that.
effort.
Yeah, right?
Bande and Aggie set themselves up with a private rooms each. They were so ready to sleep. They were not gonna. Nobody's snoring was going to disturb them. And then
Sorry.
what happened? So rather than rehearsing too much, I'll just say their first encounter after getting into a carriage in Arabelle was on the road, in which they encountered a man named Clough, who was beaten to the edge of death and left for dead. And his family had been kidnapped by a group that called themselves the Grey Gang or the Grey Gods Gang or the Grey Gods Guild. That there's lots of names being tossed out. Kind of a newish gang that's run sort of out of Arabelle. They rescued those people, came to town, and got their quest from the wizard, to whom they all owe a debt, and sort of got things going. One of the things was a wand that needs to be delivered to her ex, who is living in a tower in the Wildlands to the north. And by doing so, they will be forgiven the debt that they owe wizard number 1, who is Rosa, and by delivering it to wizard number 2, to whom they still owe a debt. But if they work things right, they can maybe get both debts forgiven by this act of delivery and so on. So we don't know, fingers crossed. In any case, that night they went to sleep, and well, I'm gonna let, what happened was someone tried to break in and steal everything that Bande owned.
Tried?
Did, successfully stole everything that Bande owned. And, but he had put an alarm spell on his door. So it woke him up. He saw the people, and then unaccountably he fell asleep instantly, just after seeing them. And then the alarm spell woke him up again.
Oh,
And
Mhm.
yes, fell asleep. They tracked the thieves to a pub called the Apple Worm Tavern, over which they had rented a room, and there was a fight, and it was bloody, and yet only one of the thieves died, and that was from friendly fire. Bande jumped out a window in pursuit of his backpack, almost died, was this close to dying.
People's
but
elbow right out the window. Mhm.
and long story short, all of the thieves were captured. The keepers showed up, and they've got, and they've been, the keepers hauled the thieves to the keeper's station to put them in jail and interrogate them. But they're also, I'm going to start things off, although we did go back to the inn. It was right in the last minutes of the show. I want to back things up and have us go back to the Apple Maggot, where surely the keepers would want to find your side of the story first before letting you go back. Now you do have the innkeeper, who is a keeper himself, who spoke, vouched for you and everything. So they didn't like bring you down to the station for this, but they are going to find out your side of the story. So allow me, please, to put you back in that lovely, where is that lovely inn, or rather, the Apple Maggot? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's imagine ourselves there. And I can't stop. I have to. Is that it? No. All right.
The itchy can't scratch.
We're going to imagine. There are 2 keepers there now. They've just gotten out of bed. You can tell they're a little bleary eyed. Their checkered cloaks are a little bit rumpled, and they are they've been appraised basically on what's going on. Basically, you claim you were robbed, you came and you knocked these people out, claim that the death was a friendly fire thing, not your responsibility, and now they're going to ask you some questions, and they're going to separate you from this. So they separate out Bande, who was the main claimant in this thing, and take you over into the little bedroom aside there, and this keeper, an older fellow with a bit of a stubble. You get the impression he normally shaves every day, but he's up really early, and he says to you, it seems that you had a bit of a problem. Would you tell me about it? He brings out a little notebook. You are the one you were robbed, yes?
Yeah, they took all my stuff, but I got it back now. So
Yes. So I've been told. And trapped them. Is that how it happened? You found them. How did you know they were here?
how did I find them?
Yes.
I ran out of my room and started looking. And then they weren't in the inn. So I ran out. I checked the front door, and then I ran through the kitchen because there's always a way out in the kitchen. And the door was open, and the kid was just sitting there like sleeping. Apparently he had made a deal with them to let them in. So he and I are gonna have words later.
See.
I ran out the back door and I started looking around, and then I saw Cloth, who we'd met before, and I ran up to Cloth, and Cloth said they went towards that inn, he pointed. And so then I went and checked that place,
Yes.
and then everybody caught up, and we went in the top door because we figured, well, they're not gonna. Well, it looked like there was a rental place, and we went in there, and then we found them.
Right. Yes. This
Well,
checks
sort
out.
of. I mean, we found a room with a bunch of boxes in it, but then the boxes stabbed someone, and then that kind of clued us off that these weren't boxes, because boxes don't do that. I mean, boxes can jab you a little bit, but they don't stab you. That's a whole different feeling.
Yes, I expect that's true. Peter, this checks out with what Cloth has said, and of course with what Mars has told us. Very well. Thank you. Is there anything else you wish to add? What about the dead fellow?
I'm not exactly sure how that happened. I mean, I turned around. I was fighting this guy that was like the guy stabbed me from behind, which is not very fair, but I get it. And so I turned around to fight him, and then the next thing I know, I saw like two of my friends get knocked apart, and then one of the gnomes just like exploded, but my friends hadn't done anything. And then when I turned around, there was a gnome in the window. And
Oh.
window gnomes, they're like the worst. So I think he was the magic user, and I think he tried to do something, and he blew up his friend on accident. I don't think he saw his friend was there.
I see. Yes, this would
But
be
they were very rude gnomes.
And Bande, it's something to add on to what Bande is saying.
But I
Right
think we're
now,
alone.
oh,
I
that
think
never
we're
mind.
alone. Yeah.
So sorry.
He's
It's
gonna
not
be
there.
one-on-one in a
We'll get you
box.
Smoke ball.
Yes, this fellow would have been the one with the goggles. Is that right? The one in the window.
Yeah, with the gross, icky stuff. Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Very good. What do you know about those icky bits?
More than I want to. Do we got to talk about that? It's gross.
Yes, perhaps we can do that tomorrow morning after we've interrogated.
I mean,
Thank
like,
you
I'm
very
not
much.
an expert on that. We've just run into a couple of them. It's
Yes.
gross.
Thank you. Would you go out into the other room and send one of your fellows in?
Sure. Do I have to stay
No, I'd like
here?
to go and relax, and I hope you can nurse your wounds a bit.
Oh, that'd be nice. I need a nap. I go out, so I head out the door. And Gwen, as in Aggie, Aggie, they want to talk to you. I think they want to talk to everybody, but
Oh,
you might as
okay.
well go next, because I think you saw the person explode, and they wanted to know about that too.
Oh, yeah, they definitely exploded. I mean, he's still in the room over there and over
That guy's gonna
there.
be in the room forever.
Yeah, I don't think
You
he's
can't
coming
clean
out.
that guy out.
No. I wonder if his ghost will. That's not a question for us. I'll head into the room.
Yes, yeah, thank you. It's rather early in the morning. Isn't it? I am Keeper Jones, and find out what you thought happened this evening. What was your first indication that something was going amiss?
Well, when Bande started screaming back at the inn, we knew something was up. Obviously, he thought that we robbed him. That wasn't the case. We've been chasing him out the door. He's incredibly fast when he wants to be, when he's motivated. And he found his way all the way to the other inn, the inn that I wrote down that I definitely remember the name of, the
The one you're-
Appleworm Inn.
Yes, the one we're standing in right now.
The one we're standing in right
Yes,
now.
right,
I'm doing well on the test, aren't I, teacher? And
Are you?
but then one of the spellcasters, the one with the goggles that had the you didn't have anyone touch the guy, right? The guy that had like bleeding pus out of his eyes. No one touched him, right?
We tend to avoid fluids if we can, yes, especially strange ones.
Great, because that will essentially sentence them to death. I'm so sorry. I thought I mentioned something before. Yeah, whoever touches that guy is probably gonna die. So just if they get any of that, don't let them, like working with a pepper, you just don't want to rub your eyes, you want to wash your hands. Ideally, you don't want to touch this pepper because the pepper will kill you. Does that make sense?
It does. I've seen lepers like that. It's also inadvisable to, for instance,
Ugh.
touch a leper and then lick your fingers, for instance.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
leprosy. It's
that
such an awful way to go,
yes.
Um,
Well, thankfully, we have magic to cure such things in this realm.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
The other point. So-
But
Yes. So you then came. You left you followed Bande, did you?
yep. And the door was, we were able to get in, no problem. You'll see the door is fully fine, in perfect condition.
I mean, I purposefully didn't mention that because I saw it got repaired.
Right. You entered because the door was unlocked. Is that what you're saying? And it was ajar. Is that what you're saying?
No, it was slightly broken by the time I got there. So,
I see.
anywho, the boxes, there were a bunch of like illusions with a bunch of this gang hiding in boxes. It's weird that they robbed Bande. It doesn't make any sense by all accounts because the only people that knew we had things to rob was us, and clearly we're not involved with it. It'd be weird for us to go against the own gang. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Cloth knew about it, and the two people we rescued, Cloth's friends, but they're the only people that knew that we had anything potentially of worth. So, but
What was it that Bande had that they were desirous of taking? Why did they single him out?
It's gonna sound real sad. He had money for the first time in his life, and it's he's never had money before. He's the kind that sleeps in barns and little violin starts playing in the background somewhere. And he never had a place to call his own. And he's been trying to, he finally earned some gold doing some honest, good work. And of course, there's this magic spell book that, obviously he's worth, I'm sure that's worth something, but that's his, that's always been his. So,
See, and now you are all doing you've all visited Rose. You're one of the debtor groups that comes through every day this summer.
yes.
Yes. And you met with her
Yes.
today, was it? Yesterday?
Oh God. Yesterday, technically,
Mm.
if I'm hearing the cocks crow right now, it was yesterday.
Quite right. And you don't think this has anything to do with this attack?
And I'll like walk into the hallway for a second. I'll just kind of leave. Bande, did you have the box that we were supposed to deliver?
Yeah.
Okay, so there might have been a lead on that I didn't realize. They might have wanted the package that Rosa gave. I forgot Bande had it. I thought Smolly had it because Smolly's the leader. Um, so they might have been after Rosa's package.
the just a clarification point. The dim one that is your leader.
Excuse
The-
me?
the-
Dim.
Well, he's a bit dim. I mean, I have already interviewed him, and he's not the sharpest.
Look, if someone can rip out your spine with one fluid motion,
Hmm.
they're in charge.
I see. I understand. Well, that might be a lead. We'll ask them these when we interrogate these fellows about the box that Rosa had. Excellent. You've been very helpful. Thank you. Oh, one last thing. The dead fellow. How did he die? I noticed you were rather careful to keep the rest alive and knock them out, but there was one fellow who it seemed his intestines were coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, that's the gnome with the goggles casted some kind of explosive spell, and thankfully I I lived somehow. And unfortunately his unconscious friend that we knocked out started spraying the walls after the radius of it. It's
I see. You're saying that he let me look at yes. Yes, there was a loud noise. One of the neighbors said there was a very loud noise. That,
yeah, some kind of concussive blast, and now no prestidigitation will ever get him out.
thank you. You've been very helpful. Will you send another of your companions in?
Sure, sure. Kiry,
Yes.
Kiry, they want to talk to you.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I don't know, just they want to get our story straight. So, just tell them everything we rehearsed, and I'll look back at him and I'll give him a big wink.
But I didn't
That-
learn any of my
Ki-
lines.
Kiry,
Oh,
Kiry, that was a
gosh.
joke. Kiry, that was a
Oh,
joke.
I'm
Don't
so
worry.
Sorry. I don't.
Nope, no, you're good, Kiry. That was a joke. That was
Oh,
Hmm.
dear.
little fun at
no.
his expense. All right, okay, this is a
Don't you
bad
know
joke.
that to make
It's-
jokes with
it's a
circle
little-
of anxiety through it?
It's a little too late.
I have his
in the-
fluid on me. It's still, and I'll hold up my shirt. It's on me right now. He's on me. A little of him got in my mouth. You do not get to talk to me like this.
I didn't say fluid. I said druid.
Oh,
I said you can't speak or joke with a circle of anxiety druid that way. You'll send them over the edge. How am I going to get this person to speak with me now? Oh, dear. Come in, come speak with me.
I gotta go wash the
promise
blood out
I
of my
won't
mouth.
bite. Your friend is very specific. Now, let's see. Your name is Kiry, is it not? You're the druid?
Yes. Kiryu and Tailfinger.
Yes. Well, did the big fellow, the spine ripper, as your friend described it, kill the young dwarf with the intestines coming out of the mouth? That one? Or no, it was a gnome. Sorry. Did,
Oh.
did he?
Oh gosh. I don't think so. I think there was like a spell or something that one of them set off that I don't know. All I know is that suddenly I was like knocked really far away and I fell into a chair. And while the chair was really soft, it was like I hit it really, really hard. So then it doesn't feel soft anymore. It feels really uncomfortable. And I didn't like that at all.
I see. All right, very well. All of these things seem to be lining up, despite your lack of memorizing your lines. And
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
I'm certain your friends will forgive you. I'm certain of it. Thank you. And please send in the big fella. Point of
Oh,
clarification. Smolly didn't have a weapon, right? He was just there using his fists. Is that right?
Oh gosh, yes, I believe so. I think because we were all woken up really, really suddenly. But I always have my staff like right next to me because
Yes.
I grew up
Yes.
in the woods, and you never know what's gonna come after you in a forest because there's lots of scary things in a forest.
Right. A lot of what you said just went completely past me because I'm very sleepy. But
Oh,
I'm sure it
okay.
was
I'm
important
so
and helpful.
sorry.
Thank you. Could you send in Victor?
Oh, of course, of course. I'll get him right away. Thank you.
Ah,
Holly, it's your turn.
smart.
Okay, all right. Do they have food? I'm so hungry right now.
They had
No.
no food in there.
Come in. Come
Oh
in.
no. Maybe they'll
Ah,
give me some. It's okay. Okay. So hi.
hello. Hello. He closes the door behind him and he
I'm
says,
small Ollie.
You are nothing of the sort. But I understand that's your name. Could you just sit here for a moment? I want to ask you a question, man to man.
Okay, no problem.
When you got into that little gnome, when you plunged your fist into his solar plexus and pushed his intestines out of his throat with one blow, did that feel good?
What are you talking about?
Oh, the dead fellow. You know, you
Oh,
killed
you're talking about the puppy killers. The puppy killers now. Yes, they when we went. Okay, so I'm from Ashnath, and then I started maybe traveling 3 months ago, and
Oh,
then it
skip
took
a bit
me a long
to
time
to
to.
the Steve. Skip a bit
It
to
took
the
me a
part
long
where
time to get here. So along the road, who I met? I met my sister, and I think it's pretty cool that Kiry and I have the same dad, and it's but we don't know where he is. So we've just been on the road to get here, and then then we met some people who said we're supposed to come here and help Rosa because of the favor, and then it's been a ride on the carriage. It was very cool carriage. It's very good, very fast. But then we stopped because there was some guy whose dog died, and you know somebody who kills puppies is bad people. So that's what we did. We went and we beat up some guy. I killed him. I
you
maybe ripped out some spines. I killed him. Yes, I'm guilty.
uh, 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 the on the road today,
Yep.
you killed some puppy killers.
Yes.
Right. Okay. This evening, when the gnomes came and stole things from Bande, and you all followed the gnomes here,
Are you
and
talking about little people?
yes,
Oh no, I didn't kill any of them. They
oh,
stabbed me first.
and then you killed.
No, then maybe I knocked them out a little bit because they stabbed me first.
Well, how do you explain the fellow with the purple intestines sticking out of the
Oh, there was a big old like a boom, like that's what happened.
nice, nice. Well, clears things up nicely. Thank you. Only one of you, it seems, actually drew a weapon and triggered the alarm. That was the halfling fellow. He's been interrogated by interviewed by my colleague, and I think we're done here. Let's go join your fellows in the front room. Brings you back out into the front room, and he says, "We're done here. Everything seems to check out. There was a pursuit after a theft. You gained access to this place and retrieved your belongings. You knocked out every single one of them. However, one of the fellows, the gnomes, accidentally or perhaps carelessly killed one of his mates while trying to hurt you. Um, that seems to check out. We'll be interviewing the gnomes, and tomorrow morning, expect to hear from us first thing. Does that sound-
Why?
I wish to give you a report on what we learned from
Oh, okay.
them. Now, I'm very tired, and
Join the crowd.
I still must go back to the station. So
Can
I will.
we can go.
Yes, you may go.
So
I'm just
hungry.
so tired, just tiredly,
Mm.
just drags his feet out the door.
Mm. Outside, Cloth is still there with his puppy and waiting, just just wanted to make sure everything turned out fine. And Maz is with him, and Maz walks you back to the inn. Incidentally, I have to interject. I found the cartoon from my childhood with the character Beagly
From
Beagly.
last week. Yeah.
I thought it was Beagly Weekly, but it's Beagly Beagly, and it is called The Adventures of the Great Grape Ape. I just
The
remember,
Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
remember it as Grape Ape.
Mhm.
But it's his voice that stuck with me when he said Beagly Beagly, because he has this incredible voice. He says, "Oh, Beagly."
Maybe
And
the
when
first
he
dog was
says it, it is so cute.
Yeah.
And even as a kid, you look it up. It's I'll put it in the chat if I can find it.
Yes.
It's awesome. Anyway, anything you guys want to do before you collapse on your bed and sleep till probably way too late?
I feel like Kiry is very much still in just that like, I'm really sorry. I didn't know what to do. I just sort of, they asked about if Smolly killed that guy. Well, like that didn't happen. Like, but also I wasn't entirely sure because I got like thrown into that chair and it was really hard to tell what was going on.
Don't worry, Kiry. It's gonna be okay. Here, have a waffle.
Waffles. Where did you get that?
I'm
Took it
assuming
from-
they're just in the tavern. Just say.
I know when we were supposed to go back to the other one, and Maz was going to have food out for us.
Yes.
That's true.
He left instructions with the kitchen boy, who's now he's in the doghouse, as it were, to leave out food. And in fact, there is food there and no sign of the kitchen boy. So in the main, what do you call it? The little lobby area outside your rooms, there's a table with some waffles and fruit and big pitcher of milk and some glasses and slices of bread. If you're hungry, you can eat there and take it into the room.
I shove a bunch of it into my mouth, and then whatever looks like it would stay for like good for a while gets put in like different places, pockets and backpack, like anything that might last. Yeah. And then just right into the room and like, I'm gonna alarm the door soon. Aggie, you gotta
I'm
come
coming.
in before I
Yeah.
put the alarm on the door.
Well, just make an exception for me.
Oh yeah.
I come in before I put the alarm on the door. I'm too tired.
Okay.
That's really smart. I should figure out. And Smolly looks down at his loincloth. Like I should figure out where to put food. I mean, I don't really have anywhere to put food.
Maybe
What
in your
bags are
stomach.
for?
Yeah, or
Bags.
bags.
Bags and stomachs is where I put food.
I could sew you a pocket.
Oh,
Oh,
on
thanks,
his
thanks.
loincloth.
Onto the loincloth. Make the most of the real estate there.
Molly just like, thanks, it has pocket.
We're gonna need to find an enchanter that can make a loincloth of holding.
Let's go.
That would be amazing. No one would ever dream of there being
No one would have any clue.
Who would reach in there? Who would reach in there?
Gives new meaning to Heward's handy haversack.
Keyword's handy banana ham. Okay. Shall we say it's morning?
He successfully
And
long
that
rest.
gets me a long rest.
Aggie?
Part of my long rest, I'd like to use my chef feat,
Oh.
and I'll throw the kitchen boy asleep on his stool. I'm sure a gold coin, and I'm like, I'm using your kitchen. I'm just gonna take some stuff. It'll only be about 10 coppers worth, but you can keep the rest if you don't say anything.
All
And
right.
Andy's not there, but he cringes uncontrollably from the room. Somebody just gave somebody that doesn't deserve it too much money. I don't know where they are.
Um,
Ooh, Lurking Rider just bought a bling for Gar and an inspiration for Smog. Very cool. All right, so I'm gonna have to think about that bling.
Doesn't have to be right away.
Okay. All right. So you make your food down there.
yeah, I wake up after my long rest, make some couple of apple fritters, and when I see, just like delicious, like fresh from the oven, and when I see Smolly and Bande, I think, because they're the most fragile, I think. Well, Smolly's not fragile. Smolly's just
I don't
hungry.
Yeah, we're neither of us are fragile. We're just thick and hungry.
And I'll look at I'll hand both of you a treat, which you can use a bonus action to eat this, and you gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. So you get 2 temporary hit points.
I just eat it. I'm like, what?
I imagine that Smolly's just gonna be like dead asleep on his bed, just like snoring away. Like, and you're gonna have to wake him up with the smell of the apple fritter, like kind of like you do with dogs.
Yeah, the dog that you put a treat in front of, and they're like,
Yes, that's. What did
um,
you think? Thanks, Egg. Thanks,
yeah, yeah. And Kiry, I'm sorry. I ran out of ingredients. Well, the kitchen downstairs ran out of ingredients, but I'll make you something tomorrow. Okay? You and I can share something.
Okay.
What do you like?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I like sweet things.
Can't hear you.
I like sweet things and anything that has like a fluffy texture.
Ooh.
Fluffy. Okay, maybe I'll go for some.
Yeah, but honestly, as long as it's something that you make me, Agatha, I'm sure I'll love it.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. I'll get something, and I walk out very quickly.
Oh.
Interesting. All right, so you all wake up second level. And I'd love for you to tell us briefly what that means for your character. Let's start with Agatha.
Yeah, Aggie gets that sweet, sweet channel divinity. So as soon as we run into some undead, boy oh boy, they're gonna be turning left and right. And I also get my circle of mortality channel divinity, which lets one of my allies get essentially a super attack on one target of my choosing.
Really?
It's very cool. It's very, very cool. They
That's-
become vulnerable to the next attack.
Wow. You make them, their mortality just kind of comes
Yeah.
to the surface and they're like a big old target.
Mhm.
Wow, that's cool.
And one more spell slot. I rolled a 7 on my hit points on my D8, which
Nice.
bless. And for all of you wondering if I'm taking guiding bolt or healing word, not yet. Not yet.
So now for clerics, you get to memorize. You could
Mhm.
like tomorrow get
I
the-
could. And
Yeah,
I,
so
I, I choose
not
not
like-
to.
Right. Okay. So you've got create water. You don't have to tell us what you got. The create water was awesome. Okay, choose somebody to tell us about their character.
Bande, give us the scoop.
Oh, so Bandy leveled up to 2, which means he has double-digit health points now, everyone. Yeah. He can take more than 1 solid hit now. He's been on the path, like trying to study his mom's notes to become a circle of the school of abjuration wizard. So he's been studying along with that. And then last night, before he got robbed, he had studied spells out of the spell book from the Greys that were on the road and picked up some new spells. But I was way too tired to study the spell book we got last night, which apparently has shatter in it by the sounds of it. So
Yeah.
Bande may have some damage spells soon that isn't just a firebolt, which would be neat. But not yet, because it takes a while. It takes a while to study those. And Bande needed a nap. Nap. That's it. That's it.
Cool.
Oh, I have this cool ability now when I cast a spell. Some of the excess power wraps around me and protects me from harm.
Whoa. Cool.
Yeah.
That's because
I get spell wards now. Yeah.
interesting. That's an abjuration school thing.
Yep. It's
Cool.
temp HP. It's a temp HP boost based off the spell that I cast.
That's awesome. All right.
That's
Choose
just
some.
School of Survivability Wizard. Smolly.
So Smolly, well, first of all, Michelle would like to remind the audience to enter the giveaway. I forgot to talk about this dice and stuff from Gar and stuff from me. It's gonna be great. But yes, exclamation point ticket to get in there. But for Smolly, Smolly's a barbarian, and the okay, this is the first time I have ever rolled a 12 on a d12 to add 12 HP points to like, oh, he's so swole, it's great. It's definitely Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Feeling good
but yes.
after last night. Yeah.
So Smolly is bigger now, and at level 2 he gets to recklessly attack, which means that I get advantage when attacking the enemy in, I believe it's melee, but they also have advantage in attacking me because it's reckless. It's like just wailing. And because I'm a barbarian and apparently we are in tune with dangerous stuff, I also get advantage on deck saves when there is some kind of, trap effect or something that requires that deck save.
Now, Dex. You said Dex or Dex?
Yes.
Dex.
Dex.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. All right, Kiry.
Yes. So I am finally officially a Circle of Spores druid. This gives me cool mushroom powers. So I have a really cool reaction I can do now where I have a bunch of spores that are just, they're just Kiry's friends floating around her now. And if some mean person decides to enter their space, they can be like no, and the spores will do a little make it a little spicy for them in there. And then I can also, the cool thing about Circle of Spores druids is that, like, with your wild shape, you can also you can choose to wild shape and have the spores like reinvigorate you or whatever. So you get like temporary hit points. You could do additional necrotic damage if you're hitting for melee, and like it's cool mushroom powers. Let's
Cool.
go. Yeah.
Right on. Well, you wake up feeling refreshed, stronger, wiser,
And shroomy.
and shroomy. Yeah, I mean, the whole room just smells like someone cooked up a mushroom risotto when you wake up that morning. All right, so you go down for breakfast, and you're down there having coffee, and Keeper James is there, and finally brings his coffee over and says, "I trust you had an excellent rest. You look a little bushy, bright-eyed. Oh, you should probably figure out hit points regenerate. Or I guess, sorry, wrong game. You're all up at max hit points, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right. Look refreshed. We've discovered a few things. Perhaps you know about these gentlemen, where they were from. You know about them?
They were from that room.
Yes, right. Well, they call themselves the Grey Guild.
Oh,
Grey
that,
Gods. Yes. And you were quite right. Aggie, was it? The fellow with the eyes, the eye trouble. very intimidating to the rest of them. They won't speak. But he's just tells us that the Grey God will reward him, blah blah blah. The others are terrified. We do not know how they knew about the box that you had. I don't
We
know
got
if you
the
want.
box back though, right? Jam?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
got it.
I don't know if you want to speak with them, but we can offer, if we can get one of them to speak, basically turn witness for us. We can offer a kind of clemency to that one. But so far they have been uncooperative. If you wish to talk to them, you may. Otherwise, we will proceed with justice.
I don't know. I'm not so good at talking to people, and I don't know what we would ask them to begin with. That if professionals couldn't get it out, I think it's fine. Just don't make sure you're careful with the one with the pus eyes. After discussing with Rosa, the wizard Rosa, potential healing techniques, she just recommended a deep permanent sleep as the way of curing them of their disease. So she didn't think there was a way to heal them. So just be careful, as apparently that's like stage 1 of a multi-step disease progression thing. So just be careful.
I mean, do we need to know anything other than they tried to rob us and they failed? I
I
don't.
would like to know, what exactly about the box they want to get, like,
Well, I
and
mean, we
if
don't know
there's
it
more
was the
of them.
box,
Well,
but yeah.
there we go. That's the thing we can ask.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna tell us just by asking.
Well, why don't you come with me and then be cranky, and that'll make them, if they don't want to listen to me ask them nicely, then you can be like, "Grr, answer the questions."
I mean, are we allowed to intimidate them, or is it like?
You are the ones. I should have mentioned. You can press charges, or you can offer clemency, at least to one of them, and that would be. We can't technically do that if since everything was recovered. They they seem to have gotten their punishment. If you extended clemency to one may speak. There's one fellow who seems less intimidated or more eager to escape. Most of them, when asked what was going on, of course we separated them and so on from them and interrogated them individually. All we could get out was that they wouldn't speak because nothing we could do to them would be worse than what the Grey Gods Guild would do to them if they were suspected of speaking. One of them was rather more practical about it and might be persuaded if offered clemency from me.
Yeah. So let's try
I
talking
mean,
to that guy.
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe
can you
Rosa
just
can
put us in a
offer
room
protection.
with just that guy?
Yes, we could do that.
Sure.
Again, you have the for the rest, I assume that you wish to press charges. You don't need to be present for the trial or anything like that. We have the evidence. You've taken your words, but you have the power to waive that if you wish. They'll be given fines. They'll be let go if you waive the right to press. But if you just do that with one, then that fellow will be.
Well,
Actually,
I kind
But
of
to be
want to find
clear,
out like why they did it, because like if it's a thing where like they have a starving family or something, like that doesn't feel right to punish them for trying to help their family, even if
no,
you
they're
know.
totally no.
Oh,
They stole my stuff.
oh,
We're not letting them walk away.
okay.
Somebody stab
But
me.
but we're gonna go in and we're gonna tell this one that he has a chance to walk away, and we're gonna get him to talk.
Okay.
Maybe we're gonna try.
Yeah, we can do it. I believe in us.
very
So yeah,
well.
if you can arrange to get us in a room alone with that guy, that'd be great.
Give me an hour, and we'll have you in a room, and you can come in and visit. See what.
Okay.
Very
We
well.
got errands to run anyway. We can be back in
Alright.
an hour.
See you in 1 hour. He gets up.
Is there possibly like a roast pig in the kitchen?
Oh,
For breakfast?
bacon, eggs, piles
No, no,
of
no.
sausage. Oh,
Specifically like a whole ass roast pig.
no, I don't think so.
Not for breakfast.
What?
Dang. Or maybe the head, just the head.
I'm certain you could go to the butcher shop for such things.
Ah, okay.
Typically, I mean, we could ask Maz, but typically the butcher does that part, and the chef does the cooking part.
Well then Smolly will just take a big old ham leg.
Right. Ham leg it is.
Lots of bacon.
I do
I'm
want
sure
some
they'll-
lechon
Maz.
now.
Now I'm going to go. Maz bustles over and says, "Did I hear ham? Plate of ham? Ham leg. Ham leg. Coming right up." Bustles off, brings it out with a full loaf of bread too. Figures, wash.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's go.
Maz is like incredibly solicitous this morning. I mean, obviously so embarrassed by what happened the night before, and I should say, marches the kid out to apologize.
That's not gonna go well.
And the
Bande, be
kid
nice.
is this like towhead with like really pale, really white hair, has like kind of pale blue eyes and kind of over generous mouth that he's all coughing, licking his lower lip, and he's super shy. And says, I I didn't want to do that. I just, they told me they would hurt me if I didn't, and I believed them. I should have said something to Moz, but I didn't. And then they got in, and all this problem happened. And next time I'll definitely tell Moz as soon as it happens. If something like that happens, I shouldn't have even opened the door for them. I shouldn't have called. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
So to be clear, they threatened you with violence, and that's why you let them in.
Yeah.
So you were
Yeah.
afraid of getting hit by someone, and that's why you let them in. Is that it? Am I getting that right?
Yes.
I smack him as hard as I can with my staff. Just right in the head.
Oh,
Right in the head. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get hurt one way or the other. You either do the thing that's the right thing, or you get paid for it. Okay? In the future.
he's
Be
like
clear.
crying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cry all you want. This is how you learn a lesson, kid.
Oh,
And then I turn and I walk out.
really?
It's okay. Eat some ham. Here's some ham.
You probably won't forget that.
Don't feed him. He's got a job.
I'll do a little first aid on him.
Yeah. Kiry
Sorry.
will assist.
Kid's got to learn. The kid's got to learn at some point. You're going to get hurt either way.
Sorry, I'm at another person's house and they have a phone right next to me.
Nice.
So I haven't plugged it.
As a
That caused me problems.
Fair.
Okay, sorry, back to where we are. Back to the present, to the real world. You want to run an errand before you go to the jail?
We got potions to pick up, so yeah.
We
Yeah.
have potions.
I give that
Right.
kid another piece of gold, and Aggie remembers that hit to the kid. Next time Bande goes down, Aggie's gonna remember that kid getting hit by that staff, and we call this a Chekhov's gun waiting to happen.
Tough love. Tough Bandy grew up on the streets with tough love. He's just doing what he knows.
So you go to pick up potions.
I have to slip.
Okay. You
Yeah.
get to the place. It's a lovely day out. It's a blue sky day. Couple little clouds up there. It's fall. Again, the scent of the orchards is quite strong. It's harvest season. There's scent of apples, pears, cherries. A lot of them rotting, but still it makes a sweet smell. And you go over to Bert Popper's house. Go down the side path, and it's open, and you find him in there, and he looks like he had a rough night, like like he was up late carousing, and he apologized. Says, come in. Yes, the slip, of course, is in your order. And he shuffles and he gets a box out with some bottles in it, and he looks at you, and he sees the bow on the Risha bow, the remember Risha bow that I think Smolly bought one, or Aggie, I can't remember who bought one. Put it on, and
Someone did, against my good judgment.
I got one.
Risha was a pillar. We miss him very much. And he gives you the bottles. So one for each of you. Looks at Bande and says, "Would it kill you to show a little support for our community? Purchase a bow." Gives you a potion. Gives one to Aggie. Gives one to
Look.
Kiry.
Are you the one selling the bows? Is that your thing? Because how else would you know? I could have bought a bow and just not be wearing it.
Why wouldn't you wear it? Sure, that's how we know you have to purchase one.
Why do I have to buy something for you to be nice to me?
So it's been a long night.
We did something nice for you yesterday. Did we
It's-
not?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
used to.
We all had a bad night. That doesn't mean we take it out on other people, unless you're the kid from the inn. He deserved it.
Did hear about something last night. The apple worm, was it not?
Yeah. I think I don't. Yeah.
And
Sure.
was there a theft? Is that why I hear there was a theft?
Yeah.
Bande here doesn't have much, and he got robbed of the little he had, and that took the small amount of joy he felt for about 30 minutes away from him. So it cut him some slack. He's on the mend now.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
Well,
seems way more cranky than his usual level of crankiness.
Kiry, we've only known him for a day. That's a bold judgment to make.
I am a great judge of character.
That's true.
so he he says, "My apologies. I miss my and I shouldn't say such a thing to someone from out of town. Good luck to you,
Mhm.
and I'll see you when you return, perhaps."
Sure. We'll
Absolutely.
just take a reward potion before we go for helping you
Yes.
out.
Yes. So he gives you your potion. Oh, were you
We
doing
had like
one
of each of the healing. Was that what it was? And then
one of each of the healing, and then your choice of one, not for each of you, but one for the group, of a more interesting potion like invisibility or climbing or growth. But
Or love.
No, love,
That
love
wasn't-
is
that wasn't
way
love.
up, way up high. That's like many thousands.
So I thought so. So my notes said 6 healing potions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
One.
we have an
for-
extra.
No,
Oh,
just
we
one.
just 5. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, sorry. And then, yeah, 5. And
Right.
a choice of either one of his specialty potions or 6 of the apprentice potions.
yeah, I think he had said he was just giving us the apprentice potions.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Well, you have a choice.
Okay.
Take the apprentice potions, right?
I don't. I don't.
No, that
want,
was
I
it,
don't want
Gwen.
an apprentice's. I don't want the apprentice's potions.
Okay.
Who's your apprentice?
Ah.
Are they here?
Dowie, will you come out, please? A young woman comes out with a messy apron and very eager face, and she's got her hair pulled back, brown, mousy hair pulled back, ponytail, kind of over large eyes, and a very small, pert mouth. And she says, "Yes, pleased to meet you, all of you. Rosie's I hear. Yes, we got your potions. Can I help you? Are you talking about my potions? I've made
We
some.
were.
They work almost always,
Wow.
and sometimes they have. Well, no, they always have a little side effect, but the
Mhm.
side effects don't hurt, right?
That's really good.
Yeah. So, you know, I take them myself sometimes, and
And you look great.
exactly. But I mean, things can happen. You might. Okay, a friend of mine tried one, and she grew a tail, but only for a couple days.
Wow.
Only for a couple days.
What
I bet
kind
her
of
balance
tail?
was really good.
What?
I bet her balance was really good for those couple days.
It probably was. She hasn't talked to me since,
Oh.
but I bet.
That's a tale for another time.
Aggie walks out because she knows she'll take the apprentice potions, so she just has to remove herself from the situation. You all just decide. I'll be out here.
But you're all
Just-
adventurers, so
To be clear, what kind of potions are they?
Well, I have an assortment for you. There's
Oh.
a climbing one,
Hmm.
which you can climb trees like a squirrel if you want to, which is fun.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that would be so
If
cool
you
to
wanted
have
to
a
get some
squirrel
eggs.
tail. Then I'd be so happy.
Well, you don't really get you just can climb like a squirrel,
Oh.
but you can pretend you're a squirrel, and there's eggs in there. You can go up get eggs or pick
Sure.
apples.
What are the
Mhm.
other potions?
Well, there's one that will make you really big, like double your size.
Like Smolly.
Yeah, make him even Smolly will be made bigger. There's I haven't tried. I did an experiment with an invisibility potion. It can make you invisible if it works. Oh God, the labels fell off these other
If
three.
it works. Okay.
Otherwise, it just makes your clothes invisible.
And the others aren't labeled? Okay. That's
They, the labels fell off these, but I think you could probably figure it out. Or maybe the DM can figure it out when he finds that page later. But yeah, it's kind of there's one that's healing. This one's healing. She writes healing on a little piece of paper and licks it and puts it on there. And the other 2 might be mystery potions, but I think you can probably figure them out if you just like smell them and things.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but we'll take your potions.
I'm so excited. I can't. When you come back, you have to tell me all about them and what they did and how great they worked. Okay?
Oh, definitely.
If we make it through this alive, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Michelle, your mic is
That's Smolly.
toasting.
Smolly
things.
has a very strange voice. Like, do you remember that one movie, The Empire Strikes Back, with that one creature
It's
had like
she's got some ham and bread stuck in her throat. It's
oh,
She just got a cough. It'll be
Sorry.
fine. He's got a cough. It'll be fine. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
There
see,
you are again.
much better. You don't have a
Oh,
thermal.
kind of like a
He
frog in her
was
throat,
just
except
so
it's a pig.
excited about trying out your potions.
So excited.
Okay. Well, remember, if you take one and it doesn't work, don't just drink another one right away, because then they mix up inside of you, and you know what's going to happen.
What would happen?
I don't know. No one knows.
Oh,
Could
That sounds
be-
fun.
Really?
It could be extra, like extra.
Interesting.
Even I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd be the last person to know. But even Miss Popper doesn't know what would happen. It's just a bad practice to drink 2 potions in a row. Never do that unless it's an emergency and you have no choice.
That is good information to know. Thank
He
you.
looks up at Mr. Popper for approval, and he's yes, very, very well said. Well said.
gotta be committed to your potion.
Folks, the real adventurers are taking my potions. This is like a dream. So
Oh, I'm so happy we got to help make your dream come true.
cool.
Oh, if we have done nothing else today, we helped make somebody feel really proud of themselves, and that's really wonderful, you guys.
Okay, now I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna go back.
Oh no!
I'm gonna go back. Bye, thanks. Bye, thanks. Sorry.
Good luck
Sorry.
with your potion.
Oh, get some rest. It's all good.
So there you are.
Mhm.
He says he just kind of shrugs and says, "There she was, Dowie. She's a good one. Well, best of luck to you." And as you're leaving and the door's closing behind you, he says, "And buy a Risha bow." He closes the door behind you.
Smolly's Risha bow, by the way, is pinned to his loincloth, so it's very obvious where it is.
Now, can you describe what
Very
he's wearing?
eye-catching.
I thought the loincloth was his pajamas, and that's why he was wearing loincloth last week. Is that's just what he wears all the time?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Okay, when you say loincloth, do you mean
Like
like
He-Man.
or like apron?
Like a short skirt,
Yeah.
Or-
Like the
but of
like
leather.
He-Man. It's a very short skirt but he isn't wearing underpants. A little bit.
Okay, so it's a mini kilt.
like a mini kilt. Yes.
Yes.
Mini.
So there is a banana hammock under there, just
Yeah,
in case anyone
yeah,
is wondering.
Those cheeks are out.
We should also the last thing you did last night was actually not get mugged by the
No, we did drugs.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We had a hallucinogenic experience.
Yeah, that was awesome.
so
It was interesting, and I've got some on me to do it again sometime.
That's right. So you want to give us a little rundown of what happened there for the audience, just to remind them?
We were walking home, and I was so tired. I'm doing this in my Bande voice. I was so tired. All I wanted to do sleep, and someone was crying in a building. And Kiry was like, "They're crying. That means we have to help them, even if we're
course.
breaking into their house," which we did. It was open. I don't know why they left their door open.
Because they needed
Yeah, well, anyway, it was Talk, the wizard Talk, who's the only beggar in town. He was wizard though, and he
Yeah.
was doing drugs. He was super high when we got there, and then he came down, and then he's like, "Do you want to try?" And we were like, "Sure."
Yeah.
I mean, he explained that it actually shows us the emotional history
Yeah, the
of a
memory.
location.
It was
And so-
vision. It wasn't drugs. It was vision quest.
Right, drugs. So it's-
It was an experience.
every culture's got a different name for it, whatever. And we got to see Risha. We were in Risha's house, and we got to see how Risha was murdered. Except the person that murdered Risha saw us
Yeah, that
somehow.
was really weird.
And
when you say
And we saw stuff that no one had ever seen before.
This is
It
now
was
the
wild.
second time that I've gone on one of these quest things, and something that wasn't supposed to see me totally saw me. Although the first time it was way more scary. So, like, I guess that's a good thing.
I mean, it was my first time, period. So,
Oh,
and I gotta say, we
Really?
killed an imp, and let me tell you, imping ain't easy.
Ah,
been
Thank you.
e-
Thank you.
easy. Am I
Look.
to understand that there's a song out there that has a P in front of that?
I mean, maybe, but I mean, not in this world.
Okay.
there's you forgot though, because Risha also had a box. And the box had a wand in it. And they
Mhm.
took that box, and then
But
they
it was a
said,
bigger wand.
and then they
Well, it
said
had a
that
bigger thing on the end.
they said that there was another person who also was killed months ago, and they had something taken from them too.
Apparently, you don't want these boxes. And I've got one, folks. Yay.
You won't end up like Bella. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Now, okay,
'Cause
so
you've got us around you, and those
Oh,
other
thank
wizards
you.
were all alone.
great. Okay,
Yeah, that's going to stop a disintegration spell. Mhm.
okay, so that's so whoever killed Risha used a disintegration spell,
Yep.
which tells you that they are a powerful.
Super powerful.
Okay,
I don't want to mess with them at all.
okay, but you could not see them.
Oh, and yeah, and they were invisible, and they cast they were invisible in the vision,
Right.
which doesn't mean they were invisible in real life.
Or we were the killers from the point
They
of
could
view.
be like just blocking themselves somehow from divination stuff, because this feels like a very divination magic type thing. We don't know, but
Is
we
that
saw
a-
the imp, and the imp came at us.
Is
So
that
we,
an duration spell? You might know of such a spell.
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know. I could roll Arcana. I've had a nap.
It is.
Killer-
Give me a
killer-
second. Yeah, it's abjuration. You would know about that. There is such a spell that will make you undetectable to divination or any kind of.
I just rolled a dirty 20. So
Wow, nice. Yeah,
what is it?
it's called non-detection.
It's called what?
Non-detection.
Non-detection. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they could have cast non-detection on themselves, and then you just can't see them in that moment. Well, for other like that magic, but everybody could have seen them if they'd actually been in the room.
Right.
But that's their I don't want to mess with that person.
Oh god, disintegration. That is, I mean, when I was a kid playing 1E or 2E or whatever, I mean, the only time you ever encountered that was if you came up against a beholder, and yikes. And back
Well,
then,
we tried to behold her, but non-detection was cast apparently. Oh, the bad person is a woman, folks.
oh, it's always.
Mm.
Yee.
No.
Who hurt you,
Okay.
Stephen?
Yeah.
And this
Okay. So you're heading now to where are you going?
Real
Oh.
quick, while they were getting potions and I walked out, I'll take one of the extra apple fritters I made, and I'm gonna leave one for Clem in the bar. I won't say anything. I'll just knock on the door, put the fritter in, and I'll walk away.
for the house, whatever.
Yeah,
What
for the house.
What was his name
Oh, the
again?
brownie.
The
Wasn't
brownie, that's it is. You made a fritter for a brownie.
Yeah.
Aw.
He likes sweets, and it was
Made a baked
Clem.
good for
What?
another baked good. Good idea.
You set it down, and you're walking away. You glance back, it's gone.
That's all I need to know. Cool. All right, just wanted to make sure.
Always good to have a brownie.
Hey, everybody, are we going out? Are we doing it? What potions did you get? What did you choose? What was it? Fire breath or invisibility? or-
Apprentices potions.
Yeah.
There's like a
Bande?
supposedly. Yeah, look, there's
She said that
I've
it
got
was
my
her
reasons.
dream come true.
No. Oh, that's
Look, that's not why I did it.
Nice.
sweet on a girl. I get
That
it.
wasn't-
We've all been there.
No, Bandy's growing real red. No, that's not it.
Oh,
No, no, it's that thing she
funny.
said. She said if you drink a potion and it doesn't do anything, and then you drink another one, bad things happen. And I'm like, what if we feed one of these to that guy, or threaten to, and threaten to feed him too if he doesn't talk?
That's a good
one way
idea.
we could go with that. You know, I'm just trying to think like, how can we leverage this guy to give us the truth? That's one way. The other was like threatening to have Smolly like turn him inside out. I mean, that's the more direct way.
But don't turn people inside out. That's very hard.
Well, no, I'm not saying
It
you're
is very
gonna.
hard.
I'm just saying I'm gonna say you're gonna. And you just have to stand there looking like you're looking jacked this morning. I might say.
Also,
You
Smolly,
just stand there looking jacked.
all you have to do is like practice. So, maybe you're not good at it right now, but eventually you could figure it out and get way better.
Okay, okay, I'll practice.
Yeah, we're not gonna actually hurt them. We're just gonna. I mean, unless we do the potion thing, and that might actually hurt them. But I mean, honestly, we don't know what it's gonna do. So,
Let's go ask them
it's
some
the threat of
questions.
the unknown that can hurt, that can really get people to talk sometimes.
So you have to
Man.
like reach through their mouth all the way down to their belly button, grab their belly button from the inside, and then pull it out to turn
Yeah.
them inside out. So that's
It's
how
called the rabbit.
the
Pulling
rabbit.
putting a rabbit out of a hat kind of thing.
The rabbit. That sounds like a Viking torture, like those freaking angel wings. Ooh, blood angel. That's the most creative, horrible thing I've ever heard.
So yeah,
Okay.
anyway, so we've got a potion of supposedly potions of healing, invisibility, climbing. I stopped
Fire breath.
listening after that.
Fire
Fi-
breath was definitely
Fire
one.
breath. I feel like that's one that could be a problem.
And being really
There's
big.
what? Oh,
Growth.
growth.
And then one I have to look up later.
And then something that we don't know. It's a mystery potion.
I'll
And
take
I
the
feel
mystery.
like we just go, no, I feel like we go, hey, we got a mystery, but we don't know what it does.
Yeah.
It
We're
gives
gonna
them
pour it
laser
down your
eyes.
throat and find out. How's that sound? Like, we don't actually gonna do this, but if you've got we've got the prop effectively. This is great.
Let's go talk to him. I'm sure this is going to go perfectly.
Was there anything else
think
we had to?
so.
We had an hour. Was there anything else we needed to do?
I remember now. Heroism. That's the mystery potion.
Oh, that's so cool. Do we know it's heroism?
I mean, you wouldn't know. No, so you just drink it, you wouldn't know, and then suddenly,
I'm feeling good.
I now remember that as a kid, we always did potions that way. Nobody knew what they were. It was always a mystery potion. You just took it, and
Down the hatch.
Potion of bubble gut.
I mean, isn't that just what college is? Oh wait,
Yeah.
mystery
Potion of fireball.
potions.
Instantly gained 10 pounds. It's like,
What is it? What's in that? I don't know. Let's smell it, and I think it's this. Let's try it. Man.
Pizza and beer. It smells like pizza and beer.
Has it gone bad yet? I don't know. Smells fine. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we'll head back. Unless did somebody else have any? Did we have anything else to do? Anybody have something else? I don't think we had anything on
don't
our
think
to-do
so.
list other than the potions.
Do you have equipment needs?
Bandy doesn't have one. Oh, Bandy's got
Like
money.
this, you're going overland, but if you got like adventure kits or whatever you came with, because you were warned ahead of time, prepare for rugged terrain.
Was it supposed to be cold?
It's the end of fall, or it's heading into early winter.
Can't remember.
Do
Okay.
I
So-
need bolts for the crossbow I got? Like, do you want us to do ammo tracking?
You not so much.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess I do want you to track your ammo, but you have 40 bolts for that,
Oh, okay, cool.
because they all have bolts. So each of them had at least 12, and if you wanted to take 4 bolt pack and bolt quivers you could.
Okay.
I would ask the group. Hey, I was thinking, since we got to go a little bit, and we don't know how long we are. I can cook for us and things like that. I've spent a lot of time cooking now these past few months, and yeah, I was thinking about getting a donkey that we could put some supplies on, and just kind of take with us, just
heck. You started talking about cooking, and I thought you wanted to cook the donkey.
no,
That's where my mind was going to.
no,
Smolly.
I just
And I'm not against it, but that's a little odd. We could just buy a pig. I don't know. It seemed odd.
I'd love to make some lechon, but like I I thought it'd be easier than carrying it all ourselves. I mean, Smolly, you could carry everything, I don't doubt, without any problems, but I didn't want to make you do that. So
I want to be
I'll
clear. You're looking at Bande, and Bandy's got his backpack on his back, and he's got another backpack loop that's on the front because he looted one off the other people, and he's been stuffing stuff in it. He's just in there with 2 backpacks. I was like, I mean, they could, sure, but I mean, I don't know. We don't have that much stuff, do we? What else are we getting?
well, food,
Did
if
they
we're
tell
gonna
us how long it was going to take to get to that place?
Yeah, it's a let's see. It's a 3-day journey there.
Oh,
All right, it was like 3 days, so probably 4 with the way we travel, and then we looted like so much food, like trail rations off that camp. We have
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
we have like 7 days worth of food, but like for more than us. So like we've
Yeah.
got a lot of just basic food.
We have
Mhm.
been living very frugally by being
This is the most food I've ever
looters.
had.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you want, but
That's how you
Aggie,
live. I mean, come on.
if Aggie's probably talking about spices, salt,
I'm
but
gonna go get some spices and some fresh food to go with our trail rations to like spice up our meals, so it's just not like and dog crap again for the
Oh,
third meal. Oh boy.
at least
be
dog's
nice.
food.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go out and I'll get, some spices, some of that, whatever that would run me.
Um, I mean, if you're gonna get like a
We're gonna
camp
hit
kit,
like a
that opens up like the lid is full of spice jars and the bottom's full of you want to have some bacon because just a little bacon in every meal, right? Really
Yeah,
spices.
yeah, bake some bacon fat or something.
Yeah, so that'd be like if you get that kit, like a trail chef kit at the adventure store. Remember, this town is like famous for adventuring, and there's not only is there actual adventuring gear here, but there's a lot of tourist stuff too. That a mini little kit of spices for your trail, whatever.
I do have some cook's utensils, but I don't know if that comes with the good spices or not. So I'll make sure to get some.
Yeah, so if you're gonna do get a really a decent cook set, um, cooking spices. Let's see.
And I can look this up later and like
Okay,
subtract it
okay,
from my goal if you'd like. We want to keep
okay.
going.
Yeah, let's.
Interview this man.
Yeah. All right. So you're headed over to the keeper station.
Hmm?
You cross back over the bridge over the Songwater River, and there's this kind of stout stone building, and the keeper's outside expecting you, and they let you in and tell you the first door on the right, and you see the doors open, and you see Keeper James in there looking really tired, and he says, "Right, thank you, good." He gets up and says, "Wait, fellow's name is Boren. Boren.
name's boring.
No, Boren. Boren. This way." And he brings you in to a cell where there's this guy, and there's a set of bars between you and him. And it's a gnome sitting on a bench looking really jittery, kind of like bouncing on his chair with his kind of twitching his legs, looking at you, chewing on his lip. "What do you all want? We didn't.
Kiry, what's your name?
His name's Boring.
Well, I
I-
mean, I wanted him to tell me.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter what his name is. And I look
But
around.
it does matter.
Did any of the other people come in, or are we in the room alone with him?
Jane, no, you're
We're alone. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you tried to steal my stuff last night.
Yeah.
You want to talk to us about that willingly?
why should I?
Well, so, first of all, I think that this is something that we can resolve peacefully if we just talk it out. And also, if you cooperate with us, we won't press charges against you. So that way you'll be able to go on your own. We just want to understand why you would do something like this.
That's one way this could go. And you know the other way, like I want this to go, because it was my stuff you took. Right?
What? I, I don't know about that. I just know we, we had a job, and hey, so you said, what did you say, lady? You said,
Oh, I said that, if you can answer all of our questions truthfully, and thoroughly, we'll make sure that we don't press charges against you, and then you can go.
yeah, what about my friends?
Oh no, look, this is one person gets this deal.
I mean,
Do you want it to be you or them?
I'll do what I can to talk to them, but
I
they
won't.
didn't seem very nice, and
Yeah.
didn't seem willing to talk to us. So
Look,
there's
this.
only so much I can do, but I'll do my best if that would help you.
She will.
Yeah.
She's like that. I won't help at all. It's you. Do you want it? You know how I know how this works, buddy. You know how this works. Do you want the deal?
There's a knock on the door, and Keeper James kind of doesn't let himself be seen by the guy, but he opens the door and he hands you a paper on which the agreement for clemency is written, with a couple spots for signatures. One is the spot for Bande, since you're basically the claimant in kind of court case, and the other is for the guy. So, and he closes the door, just makes eye contact with you, gives you a nod, closes the door.
Look, see, they even gave us paper. See,
So Smolly is standing in the corner. He's finished all the meat on the ham leg, and he's just like gnawing on this huge giant bone. Little bits of bone are flying off of it. But he's more
Looks
or
like-
less just spaced out, enjoying his ham.
It looks
I'm
like
like, look, see,
like a femur.
you could have her way of doing this in the paper, or you could have my way of doing this, and he gets to eat some more.
He really
Right.
does like eating a lot.
Let me see that. Let me read that.
I hold it up, but I don't let him touch it. Just
Make an insight check.
Ooh, yes. I was gonna ask if I could do that.
as bad.
Uh,
I got my mean face on, which
11?
looks just the same as normal. So,
Yeah, he can't read. He's pretending to read.
yeah.
Uh,
Like you can totally tell, just like I can. This says, look, I signed this at the bottom and you go free.
So Kiry would basically is he like seated?
He's
Or-
standing now. He's standing now, and he
Okay.
says,
Yeah, so she would basically like kneel down basically so they could be like roughly the same eye level height and just be like, and like offer out like her hand gently to just be as sincere and reassuring and warm as she possibly can. And just radiating that waifu energy. um, like, I promise you, this says exactly what, what I promised. And I really, really want, I don't think it's fair if, you were coerced into this, or somebody above you was being scary or something, that you should have to suffer because of that. You don't have to. But we want to make sure that whoever was putting you in this position, that those people are the ones, that would have to deal with these consequences, because that's not okay. And like you seem very much like you could be a good person, and I want to see what you do with the rest of your life, not behind a jail cell.
All right, look. Okay. You let me go, right? These other guys, they won't say anything because they're terrified. I'm terrified too, but I'll take my chances because I know what the keepers will do, and not that either. So here's what. Okay, so what do you want to know? You want to know we're the Grey Guild, right? The Grey Gods Guild.
Just
Out
who
there.
told you to come? Who told you to come rob me?
Well, I mean, orders come down from the bosses. You know?
I understand, but one person told you. What's their name?
Oh, well, Moony. Moony. He was
One of the others?
yeah, you know.
Was that the
Uh.
guy who's like was kind of oozy?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
No.
that's the thing. These other guys, they're all afraid that there's some god, some actual god, the Grey God, right? And it sees through Mooney's eyes, right? Because he's been touched by the Grey God. Maybe he drank the Grey God's blood or something like that. I don't believe that shit. That it's just a gimmick for like scaring the gamers, all right? But they do something, some kind of alchemical, I don't know what, but it messes up your eyes. I'm not no part of that, but they get this thing going where they say, yeah, well, the Grey God can see through his eyes. If you say something wrong, he's gonna know the Grey God's gonna come get you or whatever. So I don't buy it. It's just I joined this thing because it's a guild. It's an alternative guild, right? It's like the Thieves Guild has a lot of rules. This gang, I thought, I'm no good guy here, but I thought it might be a good gig, and
Yeah, it wasn't.
yeah, well, I got sent out here with Moon and the other guys. And,
Can I do a religion check?
sure,
10.
you know exactly what everyone else in the room.
Cool. Cool. All right. Awesome.
So
Um,
so one of the other guys sent you after me. What specifically were you supposed to take?
Well, you got some kind of wand, right? That's what we want.
Do I?
Well, that's what they said.
Hmm.
See, we've been here all summer waiting for orders. We just been kicking back, picking fruit, pretending we're pickers and stuff, and we finally got the order. End of summer, we've been here. It's been a pretty easy gig, but yeah, we got the order. Got to pick off this this group, this dwarf, because the dwarf's the one's gonna have the goods.
roughly when did you get the order?
Just today,
Okay.
yeah, right today. It was afternoon, and
Do
How did you
guys-
know where I was?
well, I mean, Mooney's the one doing the watching. I just wait for the orders, right? So Mooney found. He said the Great God told me.
Were you guys also watching Rosa's house?
Well, Mooney might have been,
Mhm.
but he's got some kind of in, right? He says that there's some other wizard who's after the thing, and we had to act fast before the wizard could act. And so we got
So
this
he
order.
thinks there's that the gray people wanted this, but then another wizard wants it too.
Yeah, that's right.
Did they say what the
Wonderful.
wizard looked like so that way, like, you guys knew? You
No,
know.
I
Okay.
don't think Moony knew that. I think Moony got orders from. He said it's from the
Yeah.
and but they came in quick. It came in quick. How long you been in town? I mean, you've been in town longer than you've been here all summer too.
Like yesterday.
No.
So, well, whatever. We got the orders last afternoon, and we had to act quick before somebody
Last night or yesterday afternoon? That's
Afternoon.
important.
But we weren't gonna act until night because we're a quiet group. We make up.
GM, roughly when did we wrap up our meeting with Rosa?
It was in the afternoon.
Okay,
Yeah, it
cool.
was in the afternoon. That's right. You guys
Cool.
So
got
they knew
there.
immediately.
Mm-hmm. So, where do you guys have your meetings and stuff? Like,
I'll pull out a map. Yeah, where did that guy drink the blood?
Yeah. Well, up north of Verba, in the wildlands, they got a bigger camp there, but they try to use a bunch of camps. That way, they move around. Nobody can really track them. So,
are there any camps nearby?
nah, they ain't moved out this far west yet. This was.
Did you see him drink the blood?
No, but I've seen other people. It ain't pretty.
What color is it?
It's some foul shit. They don't make everybody do it. He finds the smart ones, the ones who got magic, and they get initiated. Those are the initiates, right? I don't want to do that, but they say they got powers then because they can see things, and I think it's bullshit. But
Well,
everybody pretty scared.
yeah, it's a parasite, and it marks your death.
Don't explain it.
Here.
Sorry, I don't mean to make you
He doesn't
nervous.
need-
I'm just.
He doesn't need that information.
He
This is a
looks-
one-way conversation.
He looks at Aggie. He's like, I know you don't make me nervous at all. And he kind of steps a little farther away. There's this haggard gray woman saying, "It's a parasite. You can It's Andy.
You never touched it. You're okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so
fine.
foul shade of blood.
Okay.
Smell?
Like, so you guys were hanging out in that inn that we found you in.
Yeah.
Did you have any other hidey holes here in town?
No, we didn't have no reason to hide. We didn't do anything. We were pickers, as far as everybody knew. We could get up high in the branches because we're small gnomes, right? And
Right. Yeah.
we just that's our cover until
Where were you supposed to take the box?
Moony knew that. I mean, back to our camp, back to the base by Arrow. That's where it is. But
Down the road, off to the side. And I described like the way where came in. That camp or a different one?
oh no, that yeah, okay, no, that camp, that was like that's just one of our, it's one of the temporary camps.
Sure.
We moved those.
So different one.
Yeah.
But did you have a set place or were you going to get told somewhere else?
Well, we just go back to Arrowville. Then the higher ups find us, and they're pretty good at keeping the center moving around, keeping
Right. Yeah.
the hands don't know what the head's thinking. That's
Steven,
Anyone
is
else
that
want to know anything else? Because I'm done with this guy.
Steven, is that you sneezing, or is that the guy? Is that the guy getting kind of sick? Does he look okay? Like, can I do an insight of medicine check? Like, he's all like, "Ugh," and then anywho, there's this thing going on. They drink the blood, and I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. Am I about to watch something horrible happen, or is that just Steven not feeling so good?
That's Steven doing a voice.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Although that would be like this. What's that thing that comes out when you would get an alien inside of you and your chest opens
Chest
up?
burster.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Kiry, Smolly, Aggie, anything else that we need? Like, I think we got everything we need for that I wanted to know, but I don't know what you
I'm
want.
out of ham.
We can go get more ham.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, that was him. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I get
So you never saw the blood though. You just like know people who have drank it, but you never saw it happen.
Oh yeah, I saw it. It's like this.
Where did they get it from? Was it in a bowl? Did they take it right from a person?
No, it was like. I mean, it's like a jar bottle. It's full of this gray. It's like
Okay.
put it in their mouth.
Okay, so it's not the eye kisses like I maybe hypothesized. Okay.
No, they drink it and then it just starts coming out of their eyes and their freaking mouth, and it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, that's gross.
Okay. Ah, smell?
I knew it was gonna be gross.
It's nothing
So-
personal. This whole thing, you get it, right, dwarf? It's nothing personal.
I mean,
It might have felt personal, but it wasn't personal.
look, I get the job, but if you were sent to get a wand, take the freaking wand.
Well, we didn't know what. We had to move fast, so
Mhm.
Moony could see the magic in the room, and he said, he grabbed the pack and he took off. We're gonna
Yeah,
look back later. The only magic was
find a group that's smarter, man.
Yeah.
Because look,
Well,
they're gonna hang you out any chance they can get.
I'm getting straight to Westgate. I hear that place is real nice.
I mean, join an actual thieves guild, not
Yeah,
generic stuff. They got rules.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I bet they take really good care of you.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah,
have a
sure.
boss that like values your work.
Oh, I mean, no, that's not how it works, but they do have rules at least. There's a structure. But
People-
bosses don't value people. That's not how the world works.
People
Kiry. We'll talk about that later, though.
You mean people who really see me, who really get me, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I really want that. I feel like they don't
Aw.
really see me. The Grey God gang, they're like, I feel like they don't really get me, So,
Yeah. They seem like really rude guys.
yeah, it's like they don't even listen to what you say. They don't,
And they killed a puppy.
they did?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
You
Greys are
don't wanna
puppy
work-
killers.
You
That's
don't want to work for a puppy killer.
Yeah. I mean, we're in this, we're the soft hand group, right? We just steal stuff. We don't want to. So,
Okay.
Well, except for that wizard guy. He blew up one of your other guys. So
yeah, Moony, he's savage. I don't even.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get out of here before he gets out, if he gets out.
yeah, he's not getting out.
I'm gonna give what?
Don't you dare be nice to this person in
I'm
front of
gonna
me.
give him the beat that I had
Oh
that
my
we
God.
got.
Beat?
Okay,
The
I can work
beat.
with that.
The beat we got from Cloth.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for helping us out and answering all our questions. I don't
Yeah.
really have a lot, but here, take this and, good luck with your journey.
That's real. it's
Where
real
is he headed?
nice of you. I don't know how I'm going to get to Westgate. Yeah, I don't got any money now. So, they took everything.
Well, look,
Hey, at least I
you-
got a beat at Kenny.
I have a job for you.
Oh,
what?
If you could just get a letter over well, you'd have to go a little bit further here. But I need to get a letter to the outskirts of Waterdeep.
oh.
And I'll pull out a letter. I'll give you it's not much, but it'll at least get you through. I'll give you 5 gold.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
I get-
what?
I could go to Waterdeep. Waterdeep. I could
Deliver this letter.
I don't know if that's enough for a ship, passage.
Look, you and I both know that's more than enough to get you to Waterdeep.
Is it? All right. Well, I mean, I'm not that big, so maybe I can, I don't take up that much space.
No, you don't.
All right. What's the letter? You got a letter?
Yeah, I just if you could it'll be a young woman outside of Waterdeep, not quite at Daggerford. It's a woman named Edith. I think she might be in Daggerford right now, actually, after everything that happened. If you could just give that letter to a woman named Edith. Taller woman, dark-skinned, big fro. If you see a woman named Edith, if you could just pass that on. That's all.
Edith. Okay. Edith at Daggerford. Big
Not
tall.
if you can find. You're going to go to Daggerford. You're going to find this Edith. And if she's not there, you're going to ask around. And you're going to track her down and you're going to make sure she gets the letter. Because that's 5 gold. That's a
I
lot
like
of
you,
gold.
Bande. I like you.
Okay. You don't have to be tough with me. I got it.
I'm not being tough. Why does everybody think I'm being tough?
Hey, what's the letter? What's the letter? Where is that?
You don't.
Hand it. Or yeah, I have a letter that's already written,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll pass it on to him and
All right. Okay. All right. You're gonna get me out of here so I can get on my way.
give him the 5 gold.
Yeah. I'll sign the thing and give it to the guy outside. Against my
Yay!
better judgment.
The door knocks. It is knocked. He opens it up. The guy steps in. A woman reveals herself. She was invisible in the room. She had cast a zone of truth on the guy, and she confirms that everything was legit. He wasn't lying to you. And she walks out, and James signs that paper, gives it to you, Bande, to sign with a quill.
Yeah, it takes a minute. Really doesn't want to do it.
Bande, do you not know how to write? I assumed you did.
No,
Oh,
it's not a knowing, it's a wanting.
Do you want me
Hey,
to sign it?
Deal. You made a deal. We had a deal.
he did a really good job, and now we know so much more, and we can make sure that Rosa gets protected.
I'm going to
So-
deliver this letter.
Yeah, you are. That's the only reason I'm signing this. Because you and I both know these deals mean nothing. So you're going to deliver that letter. Because if I find out that letter didn't get delivered, then we're going to have a problem. Then it becomes personal, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And I sign it.
So that lady was here. That was a true thing, right? I said I was going to do it.
Yep.
All
It's the only reason I signed it.
Not for you, though. You're
I don't care.
She's the one doing it for her.
Yeah. I'm the one that's going to find you if you don't, though.
You'll never
Just making
find-
sure we understand how this works.
Yeah.
Do I need to bring the truth person back in?
No.
Okay. And I walk out the door.
I
He's on. All right. They let him out, and he's if I step out of here, then Mooney's not going to see me. He's in some other room. And James says, "No, you're fine. Change your choices, change your ways. Don't come back to Evensong, or we'll put you in jail." And he scampers off. He does make one last eye contact with Aggie, and he says, You're good people. I keep my word." And he
Good person too. And I can't wait to see what you do when you're in the Thieves Guild properly.
that's
goes.
Maybe we can do lunch or something.
Kiry, I
Turning a new leaf.
Kiry, that might still be illegal to do.
Everybody has to earn a living somehow, right? Like that's you guys have societies with money and like I still don't really understand it, but you know, whatever. Money doesn't make any sense anyway.
Right. It's a guild, so it's a guild.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, down there. I'm like, where is she from me on the script? Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's not stealing if they don't need it and you do.
I hand Bande another fritter, another apple fritter with big watery eyes, and I don't say anything.
Okay. Kiry would like to talk to one of the guard people.
Keepers.
Who is our contact again? James?
James.
Yeah. So James?
Yes.
So we found out in the interrogation that like it sounds like the Guild of the Grey was basically watching Rosa's house really quick, you know, really, and I feel like it we should leave town very fast. You know, so that way we can make sure that, you know, no one else gets hurt with the thing that we have. And also please warn Rosa that, you know, her place was being watched by these guys because, you know, maybe they might try to hurt her or something because if they can watch somebody as powerful as Rosa without her knowledge, you know, that's really bad, right?
Yes. Yes. I wonder how would they know when you left? I mean, were you openly carrying this box?
I'm sorry, what?
Were you openly carrying the box when you left Rose's?
No.
No.
Then how would they know?
That's why I'm
That's the
wondering
question I
if
have.
they
Yes.
if they have some way to spy, you know, magically or like with something or whatever, like inside her shop. Like it's very, very worrying. But if there's one thing I know, it's that Rosa knows way more about all of this than I do. So that's why I think it's a good idea if you guys like let her know as soon as possible. And that the rest of us leave as soon as possible.
Very well. She's notoriously she's not communicating with anyone, but
I mean, but this is really important.
yes, we will do our best.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I think it's me. You are sure as well. Been up since I saw you at the Apple Warm.
Oh dear.
It doesn't make me very sympathetic to these films.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm sure you have like another guy that you could tell to go run over there so you can get like a nap, right?
Oh yes, yes. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good.
And, well, carry on, and I think your plan sounds good. Getting out of town. Quick.
Okay.
Are all of these people coughing?
No, it is your DM.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Who
We're
needs
getting
a glass of
paranoid.
I'm getting very paranoid with this ooze.
Uh,
Okay.
no.
It's
Yeah,
kind
you
of
got-
that thing that happens when players say something that the GM didn't have planned originally, like the whole like chest
Yeah.
bursting, coughing situation, and then the GM absorbs it into the campaign,
Yeah.
and then it happens.
Oh, it would
Only a matter of time.
be a cool development. But yeah, you could be like, keeps like wiping his eyes.
Question. Assuming that, you know, the next thing is heading out of town and stuff, do we want to take a break here
Mhm.
Because that could be pretty cool.
We need to we need to go back to the inn
Oh,
where we
okay.
were staying for at least one thing, and then
Right.
and then head out.
Okay.
I think.
More
Or, I mean, if
ham.
we need to buy anything, if any people need to buy any more stuff. Is there a, I mean, this is a magical town. There's a spell shop, right?
Mhm.
Or something with magic. We need to go to the magic shop.
Okay. Well, the big one just closed, but there are, smaller
The
purveyors.
smaller ones are better because they're probably in search of things.
You
Maybe
want
we
to
can
sell?
trade a little bit.
Sure.
Maybe we can trade a little bit.
What are you thinking in particular?
I have a spell book that I don't need.
There is a bookseller.
And maybe and what, who knows what they might have, but spell book they wouldn't need, and then just a refill on spell components because I now have new spells that I know.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm covering my grounds.
Yeah. Um,
Oh yeah. Spell components would be great.
Right? Yeah.
right. So let's say that you do that. We don't need to role play all through that.
Okay.
Man, spell books could be worth quite a bit. So let's see.
Well, I'm like, I'm carrying the bags on me with stuff. I know what these are worth.
Yeah, books are not great travel companions. I mean, multiple books. God,
I just have one. I just have the first one from the road that I want to get.
Mhm.
I've already copied those, and I want to get it off my person and turn it into functional stuff because it's
Mhm.
already.
You can get. They'll offer you. They make all kinds of fussy noises about the quality of the handwriting, so on.
I didn't write it.
They offer you. Well, there appears to be 1, 2, 3 spells in here. And, that's 75 gold pieces for this. It's approximately half.
I'm in a hurry, so that's fine. Just if I ever come in here again, remember I was just like sure on our first deal. Good.
Right. Very good.
Good. All right.
So
Bandy's
So
like
much
head's
money.
exploding right now at the thought of 75 gold, but he's trying to just be real cool about it.
go ahead and roll your deception.
Oh no, I have to deceive
Yeah.
them at this? Great.
Gonna be fine. Gonna be fine.
Yep, I do this all the
Ooh.
time.
Pull it off.
Oh,
19.
Okay. Uh, so yes, you get your spell components. You can just say that unless they're special ones, it's not worth
It's what?
it. Unless
Oh, it's
they're
not worth tracking. Okay.
yeah, unless
Okay.
it says something.
I'll
like
check for special stuff and reduce if I need
Yeah,
to.
I
Okay.
think the druid ones are all just like herbs, pretty much.
Yeah, right. Dandelion.
Yeah.
I just wasn't
like,
sure how
I remember
uh,
one was like
crunchy
holly.
we were going to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, this is a good spot to finish up. Did you say you wanted to go back to the inn?
Yeah,
Okay.
just for a quick conversation
Okay. Let's do that first.
when we come back or now.
No, let's do it right now. That way we
Okay.
have totally clean departure moment.
we're at the end.
I want to go back and see Maz. I'm telling everybody, I want to go back and see Maz when we're outside somewhere by ourselves.
Yeah.
Because there's only 2 people that know we had that wand,
Yeah.
Rosa and Maz.
Okay.
And we got robbed at Maz's place.
Ooh.
And his person let them in. So we got this potion from the chimney the other night that lets me read people's minds. So I'm gonna drink it, and then we're gonna have a chat with Maz.
That's
And
a
we're
good
gonna know
idea.
if it's Maz or not.
Andy,
Oh.
you're
But
so
everybody's just
smart.
gotta chill. We're just gonna be like regular conversation. Maz, we think we're gonna head out of town. And then I'm gonna hit him real hard with the question, and it should shock it out of him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Do
what
I
we're
have
gonna
any
do.
Do I
All right.
have any lines?
We can have
'Cause I
Maz.
wanna
We
make
can
sure
go
that
back
I
in. We're
do-
like, hey Maz, can you
good.
get us waffles? And then we'll be good.
Okay.
Carrie, what? What, Carrie?
Do I have any lines? Because I want to make sure that I get them right this time.
Totally ad lib. This is totally
Okay.
just off the cuff.
What you
Okay.
You
typically
can eat
do.
waffles together.
Yeah, you can eat waffles.
I can.
I mean,
do
we should
this.
eat before we leave because that's free food.
And
All right.
big-
Well, when you show up, Maz is very solicitous still. He urges you to come in, have lunch on him, of course, on Rosa, and he assures you that if you ever return, which he hopes you do, you will stay for free in his inn for as long as you
Oh, that's so
Awesome.
nice.
Cheers. And I drink that potion right in front of him, but with the label covered up.
like.
And I
That's so
start
nice.
tuning in,
Mhm.
just passively listening to its detect thoughts. So I'm just
Mhm.
passively listening, not trying hard, just
Mhm.
listening to surface thoughts, what
Mhm.
he's thinking about, what's he giving off right now.
He's so embarrassed. He's incredibly embarrassed. He's worried about the kid. He thinks he needs to maybe hire someone a little tougher in the back room to watch the back door. He really doesn't want you to spread bad reviews on Yelp, and he's really upset. And he's hoping that by being really generous now that you'll forgive him, and that you'll believe it.
And we'll believe him.
Believe that he feels bad, that he's
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
So
have
we're
a
talking
bunch
about the
of-
waffles. They're eating waffles, and we're like, good food. Appreciate that. We're probably gonna head out of town soon.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Kiry. What were you gonna say?
You have a bunch of adventurers who pass through your inn and stuff all the time, right?
yes.
So
we do.
you like hear a lot of things, right?
I do. Of
Have
course.
you heard anything about this gray guild or the gray god?
Well, yes, of course. I told you what I know, and we met in Daggerfell and in the carriage.
Does his thoughts change?
Right. No, but we'll let him. Yeah, we'll let him say his thing, and then I'm just gonna check underlying. Like, is it honest?
Okay. He's kind of going, well, this. I was there with you in Daggerfell. I told this girl, but I'll just be polite. And so he says, yes, I remember. I was with you in Daggerfell in the carriage. I
That's
told
right.
you. Yes, the gray god.
Okay.
And the
Oh.
trouble, the road. Yes. So
Cool. We're
Okay,
just
'cause-
we've had a rough night. And we can't remember
Yeah,
everything.
I'm taking a lot of notes and I want to make sure that I'm getting everything right. So, that way we're not like we don't have conflicting thoughts as we're trying to solve this.
yes, that solved this. What do you? I mean, the
There's a lot of mysteries going around.
yes, I suppose there is.
Mhm.
I suppose there is.
Yeah. Like, did you know that Risha wasn't the first wizard that was murdered? Like, they were the first one in town, but did you know there was another murder of a prominent wizard?
I not heard that.
Is he?
Are you
Is he?
certain?
Is
he
he?
actually doesn't seem to know that.
Okay. Oh yeah, 100% sure. Yeah, it was in Suzale. Their name was Bella. It's someone that like Risha and Rosa and Barda know him.
Yes, I did hear Bella's.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was similar circumstances.
I mean, powerful wizards don't just like when they're healthy, right?
Yes, right. I didn't. He's starting. It seems though he's starting to remember about that, and he's trying. His thoughts are, should I have made a connection between these two things? What is there a connection?
Mean anything to you?
Can't
What's
hear
that?
you. Yeah.
Can't hear you.
Does the season of heartache mean anything to you?
Oh yes, everyone. Yes, that was quite a period in the youth of all of Rosa and Bartha and Risha, all of the older, yes, that was quite a, you've probably read the novels, I suspect.
There are novels?
Yeah. You know I
Yes.
have one right now, Kiry.
I did
I thought that was a joke.
No, it was a gift. So I'm on book 11.
Which one?
Oh wow.
Which one is it?
That's a very long season of heartact.
Yeah, it's a lot of different perspectives, right? This one
Oh
is
gosh.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I suspect you and I could have talks about those books. Till the cows come home. I've read them all. I've read every single one. I don't know how truthful. They were written by a bard who claims to have been present, but you know, who cares really? But it's famous.
Oh, I am purple. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
just my imagination. I'm like, I think something's happening to me. Ah!
I didn't realize you drank an apprentice potion. I don't understand.
Like a rock star on stage right now with the purple backlights.
Is this
Mhm.
happening
That's
to
Do it in a
me?
minute. So as he's having these conversations and everything seems somewhat tracking,
Yes.
but while he's not thinking about it, I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm probably gonna want to read those books. I'm also want to know, like, how many people did you tell that I had Rosa's wand, by the way? Just real quick. And then I want to and I want to hit his thoughts and I want to dive in. I want to make sure I'm not I'm focused. I'm
Okay.
like,
Are you doing what the investigator did to Smolly? Which is like just assume that that. Do you know that Maz knows about the wand?
there's only two people that know, Rosa, and I'm assuming Moz, because Moz knows why we're here. And it's
Uh,
Moz's place. So I'm just kind of linking in my
He-
head and I'm doing this to see.
He's first of all he thinks what what a impertinent dwarf this is. Um, and then he's thinking, what is he on about? A wand? Rosa's wand? Rosa doesn't have wands. She has a crystal ball. But he's blanking, and he just says, "I beg your pardon. I don't know what you're talking about." You have,
Oh, okay. Maybe it was somebody else. Maybe I thought you were, never mind. Because if he's truly blanking, I'm like, oh, my bad. I must have met a lot of people yesterday. So, yeah.
so you're saying you have a wand, and Rosa gave you a
These waffles are so good.
They are. And I started shoving food in my mouth.
wand.
Maz, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
You've known Rosa and Bartha for a long time.
Yes.
Do they know when one of them activates the deal with a group of people? Like when they call in their favor, since their magic is so linked, are they would the
That's
other
great.
one know if one called in a favor?
That's a very good question. I suspect
Question.
they wouldn't know if a favor was called, but they might know if a favor was given. Like once,
Like what we
I-
got.
if you when you finish your favor, whatever it is, then it's possible Bartha will know that half of the debt has been forgiven. I don't know.
So like a
But only
wizard's
when it's
receipt.
done. Yeah, only when it's done, not when
Yeah.
it's first processed.
She is certainly aware that Rosa is calling in debts. Bartha is certainly aware of that.
Right, but a specific one. Does she
Oh.
get a ping every time there's a specific debt called in?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I simply don't know.
Brain. Detect odds, brain.
Does she have any other people delivering on their debts right now?
Oh yes, in various parts of the continent, I'm certain.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, the library in Neverwinter is quite far away, so delivering that
Sure.
something that book, you know.
Okay.
Thank you so much for lunch. Really, really appreciate it. It's
Yeah.
nice to have a good
Uh,
meal before we go.
Good stuff. And anything that looks like it could be takeable on the road is just getting slipped into pockets. In the back.
Soggy waffle.
No.
No.
It's stuff that looks
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna stay, like fruit, like
What?
it's gonna be good and not squishy and
Smolly
What?
is going to put a soggy waffle in his loincloth.
No.
Uh, Moz, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make sure
A yeast
that
infection.
I'm gonna make sure that I tell everybody I meet how amazing your waffles are. So that way they all
Thank-
come to your inn and try them.
He intercepts the waffle going into the loincloth and goes, "Oh, no. Look here, let me give you a lunch pail. I'll be right back. And we can fill the pail, and that would be better, don't you think? Be a little more capacious, and it would be far more sanitary, don't you?
Ooh, thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
He bustles on. He comes back out with a lunch pail that has a local adventuring company's logo on the front and little images of like a dwarf with a big hammer and a human with eyes glowing and fire coming out of their hands and a knight charging a horse. Yeah, and it's full of basically ham slices and bread. So it's just like alternating slices, ham bread, all the way to the top, and pushes it down and hands it to you.
This is the best thing ever. Thank you so much.
It's collectible as well. You should keep it. Don't let it get
Look,
dented.
Bande,
Wow.
I have a
Huh?
thing to put food in.
I know.
This is the
It's-
best inn I've
And
ever
pails are
stayed at.
multifunction devices too. I just want to say it's
If you
way better
turn,
than a paper bag.
you'll see here on the back of the pail, it says Knights of Mithrano. Very tasty.
Wow.
Yes, it's collectible.
Oh gosh.
A Scooby-Doo looking sandwich. Like
Yeah, this is a very Scooby-Doo
Just
sandwich.
like swish down inside. All right. We're gonna stop right there. Thank you for for hanging with us for that long stint, and we'll get these characters on the road after a 10-minute break. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, it's a brand new day. On the slow coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, heroes on their way. Fighting forever against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle champions, adventure never ends. Idle champions, get your wall and there. Idle champions, you will say it again. Idle champions.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the conclusion of this episode of the Affairs of Wizards. Michelle's got something to remind you about, and then we're gonna launch into it.
You just
no.
faded. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You were talking the same volume and it just faded out.
Yeah.
Oh, very
That was
strange.
weird.
Wow, that's weird. Nothing. Oh.
Uh,
No. is that better?
Goblins are at work.
There we go.
Oh my God, that's so strange. I put this paper. I hung this paper on that part of my computer, thinking I wouldn't need that part of my computer. Apparently that's
oh, you got
Oh, it's
quiet
happened
again.
I couldn't-
Nope, it got worse. I can't hear a thing you're saying.
Really? All right.
I heard him say that to Michelle to do the dice giveaway
okay.
reminder.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So enter exclamation ticket to pop into our giveaway on this stream. Because last stream we, tech goblins and all that, we didn't have a giveaway. So this time we're drawing 2 winners for any set of dice that we have in stock. winner's choice. It'll be fun.
Okay, how about now? Now any better?
Nope.
Oh my
Mm-mm.
God, nothing's changed. Why am I muted?
When you,
Uh,
that's better.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
you
Good.
projecting more? Because that worked.
Okay, so I will try to project.
Yeah,
So did you hear nothing of my intro there?
not really.
Nope.
Okay. Welcome.
And now you're
Totally
gone.
disappeared.
He's gone and he cast invisibility on himself. But
That's so
there he
funny.
is. He's back.
All right. Well, welcome back. So you hit the road. Is that what I'm hearing? Do you hit the road? Did you
Yes,
hit-
we hit the road. I feel like you had some settings before that you were messing with your mic. Is one of them to cut like clipping? Like turn all that stuff off because I
No.
feel like one of those is screwing up your audio
Nothing
right
has
now.
changed. What can I do? I'm going to turn.
Okay, you're muted at the moment. Yes,
Yeah.
you're muted.
Okay, and I'm unmuted.
Yeah.
And that sounds fine.
It sounds fine.
Now it
Oh
doesn't.
no.
Oh,
Oh no.
And now Michelle's is
Michelle!
the tech goblins are
Oh,
traveling around the
no!
world.
this is
Gremlins.
this is truly baffling.
Yeah, I know.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
can now.
Yes.
What? It's sometimes on and sometimes off.
Now it muted a bit. We could hear it, but
Yeah. So if you
that's
go
why I
to
said
the
I think there's a setting that's like muting the like noise gating you because it thinks you're being too loud.
How
Mhm.
dare it?
Yeah.
yeah, if you go to the little microphone in the bottom left where it says like video and audio, you
Yeah.
click on that, go to audio settings,
Yeah.
and then you should be able to it'll say automatically adjust microphone volume.
Yeah, it's noise suppression.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
So-
stop that.
So well, it only gives me the. Okay, so I don't think I can turn it off.
So
Turn it to low or original
Okay.
sound for musicians.
yeah, make sure under audio profile. Well, there's two different things. Under audio profile, it should say original sound for musicians. Have that checked.
Okay, I just did original sound for musicians.
That'll help a lot.
Okay, and then I echo cancellation.
Sure.
That's
I
okay.
have mine on. But the key
Okay.
thing is for original sound for musicians.
All right, but how is my voice now?
It was
It's
fantastic.
perfect. You've never sounded better.
Oh, you're
So
lying.
I'm going to let this be educational for everyone watching. If you're using Zoom, make sure it says original sound for musicians, even if you're not a musician, because otherwise Zoom
Okay.
decides to change your volumes whenever
Okay.
it wants.
Wait,
I like
so leave it off or on?
Yeah, it's off. It's dead. It's now.
Okay.
I am a musician now.
Yeah, you want to be a musician. You want original sound for musicians. You want that.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So now I'm okay. All right.
But do I sound better?
No.
Okay, cool.
Well, it's fine. Now you're real loud. Yes,
Oh,
it's more
okay.
about how far your
Cool,
mic is
cool.
from you. It's,
Okay. All right. So let me give you the map of the area so you know where.
maps would be good.
Ooh.
Let's see. The map that was given to you by Rosa.
Rosa.
Let me see. Okay, I'm going to. Oops.
Yes.
And give me a second. It's pretty messy at the moment because contract is also there. All right.
Turn at obelisk.
I'm going to do this. Okay. So you're down there in Evensong.
Yep.
There's a monastery. You're hitting it on a road. This is not to scale at all. The distance between Evensong and the monastery is about a mile. And
We
then-
lost like half your audio.
So the monastery is like a mile from us?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
So-
the distance to the Sun Monastery.
We just lost him completely, folks.
oh no.
I know that look. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why Garwar is going to pick up right where we Stephen left off, and you're now the DM.
All right, here's what's going on. We're gonna have to stop now because I floor. I'm in a spot. I'm in a spot where I'm not at my home. So, is that okay? Can we just leave it there? It's slightly shorter
Yeah,
than you,
that's fine.
but I don't want this to screw up our.
No, you're
You
so
sound
good.
so
I don't
good
know what's going on.
sometimes.
It's like sometimes it's perfect, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, my life.
Aw.
Sometimes it's perfect, and other times, what? I don't even know.
It's not as perfect.
Yeah.
Scotland's.
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
perfect.
So, okay, so we're gonna cut it short. Everybody gets off a little early tonight. That's okay. We're gonna be fresh, second level, charged up, ready to go, heading
Yeah.
into the north, following the sun, the Songwater River north into the gorge of the Stonelands. And I don't know if you heard all of that, but I have been Stephen Merlino. I'm the
We
writer
got to do some
and
giveaways.
DM. And now it is time for giveaways. Michelle,
Yeah.
you want to announce it?
Oh, what announcing giveaway?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what we're doing now, last chance to get an exclamation point ticket to get into our giveaway today. 2 sets of dice from phoenixdice.com or up for grabs, winner's choice from anything we have in stock. So yeah, get in there. In the meantime, follow us on IG because we're doing a 5th anniversary celebration, giant giveaway thing with lots of cool stuff. But yeah, you can find us on any social media at Phoenix Dice. Oh, Gwen.
Hello, my name is Gwendolyn, a roleplay enthusiast, and I've been Aggie today. And if you want to talk any RPG or writing things that you've been working on, find me on Instagram at Camilla Coven. I've never spelled it before because that feels silly, but CAMILLA-Coven. So thanks, y'all. Arwar.
Oh, me. As I click the wrong button. I'm Garwar. It's spelled like it sounds. I'll put my name in chat so you can actually see how it's spelled. I stream here on Twitch. You click my name and toss me a follow. I stream a lot of Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. I also stream other games. Like lately, we've been playing some Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. It's literally rubber ducks fall into a pond, and you just watch them because you can't make them do anything. And for some reason, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And
Oh,
people who watch me are going to put ducks in chat now because we have a duck mode because
I
of it.
love that.
So yeah, tune in. Sometimes I stream on my channel 5 days a week. I also stream over on the Codename Entertainment channel, CNE Games. Stream some Idle Champions educational streams on Thursdays, so tomorrow morning, and Saturday mornings. Jen.
Hello, I'm Jen. Today I played Kiry and Tailsinger, the Circle of Anxiety and now Circle of Spores Druid. I had a ton of fun. Even if Kiry didn't know her lines. SavageSparrow.com is my awesome, amazing, nerdy website where you can get really cool apparel and accessories to level up your look at the table. I have a really awesome pin on pre-order right now. It says, where is the dopamine? And it's a spinner pin, and you can spin it to try to figure out what activity you should do to find dopamine. And if not, just the act of like having a fidget spinner is dopamine in and of itself. So you're welcome, everybody. Please get on that. It's really cool, and I'm very proud of it. I also have a Patreon where I post my artwork and design philosophy and do like some tutorials and stuff occasionally. So definitely visit that. Savage Sparrow is where you can find me on the internet. Yeah.
Great. So, winner, how do we get this? Is it in chat? Okay,
Yeah.
Yang Yang Wang, the master of control. Drum roll.
Congrats, guys. I will be in touch.
Hobbit Chuck?
Taka.
Haka.
Oh,
Chuck.
all right. Well, that is our show tonight. Half an hour early. Sorry about that, but it's better because my internet is it's not my usual internet. I'm glad we managed to get most of the show done, the episode tonight. So until next time, stay cool and happy 4th of July.